Okay, so I want 2.5 inches of shock travel, compression and extension, so 5 altogether. So what I'm going to do is try to lift this up approximately 2.5 inches. So I can look at this, the way this ball joint is sitting. I don't know if you can see that. Hold on a minute there. Grab a light. So, see from the way this ball joint is sitting, how it's cocked forward like that, that is not the proper position. I was seeing if either of the holes were right, where I could get lucky and only have to move one set of these brackets, or at least have a reference, I should say, because I gotta remove all 4. Go back to the original settings. I mean, the original hole in the back part, and see if instead of going to those holes, go to these and see if that works any better. Let's, or at least see if it looks better. Of course, I might have to do measurements, but okay. See how the ball joint looks a whole lot straighter now with it being in the back hole. So my original eyeball test was pretty good when I first looked at it. After seeing that these wouldn't bolt right on, these control arms wouldn't bolt right on, I figured I would have to cut this front one just so I can give me a starting point. So like I said a little earlier, I'm gonna cut that one off and then go from there. Yeah.
You already got your stuff out here?
No.
Okay.
So as you can see, I put just some smaller bolts in here just to see where I'm at on here. And just as I figured, I'm gonna have to put the bigger tabs on here that I picked up from Carter over at Paradise Road. I have the whole car jacked up and leveled off now. So now I can move on to the next step. Right now I'm gonna see how far these tabs need to come out. What I'm gonna do now is put some machinist dye on there so I can make a mark. Okay, so I have the machinist dye on the little tab that I need to weld on. So what I'm going to do, I have the control arm in the area that I want it at. So now I'm going to put that in there, take my little scribe if it's long enough. Not long enough, so I'll use the bolt just to basically mark where I want Just turn it a little bit. Hopefully it's making its mark. Even if I just have a little indent, that's fine. Okay, so as you can see, there's a little, well, you may not be able to see it, but right in there is where the bolt went through. So that's where my hole needs to go. I got to put the wheel back on and see how it sits in the wheel well. All right, as I can see right off the bat, that this wheel should actually be turned out on the top. It should have more camber. So that tells me that these arms are not even close to being in the right spot. So I just gotta find the right spot. Okay, so I'm done with the welding of the tabs. As you probably could see from my earlier shots, I had to move the tabs from where they were at. It looked good by eye before, but once I took all my measurements again, I could tell that it was, well, I found the alignment specs and I could tell that they were way off as far as being able to get it aligned. So now it should be able to be aligned and everything. So this is what it looks like. Now it's time to put the shocks and control arms on. If I show butt crack, it won't charge extra. So I got it all together as far as the control arms, both sides. As I said, you might notice that they're not in the same position as I had them earlier. I just have to now do some touch up, and then I gotta put the steering rack in. I'm probably gonna have to do something with these brackets. Well, I'm gonna have to do something with those brackets to get the steering rack in the right spot. So on to the next.